They call it the ancient dungeon. No maps, no mercy, no way back. Every floor shifts, every room tests you. Relics, monsters, madness. This is my descent. This is my story. Let's see how far I'll make it. So here I am, alone in the dark, deep beneath our world. Just a few steps in, and I heard them before I saw them. Low groans, shuffling feet, 3 of them, rotting and slow, but not stupid. All I had was a dull iron sword and a single throwing knife. Not ideal, but it was enough. When the last one collapsed, the silence returned. In the hallway, a rusted chest groaned open, spilling coins like it hadn't been touched in decades. Blood and gold. Welcome to the dungeon. I climbed through the breach. The old ladder groaned beneath me, like the dungeon resented my progress. More rot waiting above. The first one came stumbling in, 2 swings to soften him. The third took his head clean off. It hit the ground with a hollow thud and rolled into the dark like it was trying to escape what was left of him. The second didn't learn from it. 1 step forward, 1 slice down, easier than breathing. One of them moved differently, faster, a tattered crown on a hollow skull. He dashed. I rolled, reflex over reason. When he dropped, he didn't bleed, but something about it still felt like a kill. I kept moving, past locked doors that begged to be opened and chests that refused to give in. Then came the bats, a flurry of wings, fast and mindless. Worse was the bloom, a sick little flower rooted in rot, spitting acid like it wanted to melt history itself. A crack in the wall gave way to something else, a hidden room. There, I found it, a relic humming with low hatred. Now I can conjure spikes from the ground, a line of pain born from thought. I tested it on the slimes, the ones that split when you kill them. I split them again and again until the echoes stopped. The place is alive. Groaning boards, ancient shelves, broken bridges. Like it's watching me from behind every vase I smash. But I've got spikes now, and a sword that still swings straight. Let the dungeon send more. The ground gave way to a hole, and I dropped in blind. The air was thicker there, like the dungeon was breathing through poisoned lungs. More flowers, the spitting kind, venom in bloom. One got me, burned through the cloth like acid, but I kept moving. Red ones came next, spitting in all directions like they knew they wouldn't win, but still refused to lose. I made them bleed anyway. Another dashing corpse tried to catch me off guard. 1 dodge, 3 cuts, silence. Bats again, but one was bigger, meaner. 3 hits to take it down. Its wings crackled when they hit the floor nearby, spike traps ticking like a death clock. I waited, stepped between them like I'd done it before. Inside the next chest, something better than gold, a relic. It hums with purpose. When I deflect a projectile now, it fires back, stronger, and it hurts them more. Retribution turned into a weapon. Eventually I stumbled into the shop. 3 relics lined up, each whispering promises. But I still had my spikes, still had blood on the blade, didn't feel like trading either. I left the shop and the air changed, thicker, quieter. A massive wooden gate stood ahead. It creaked open on its own. The room beyond was still, until it wasn't. He dropped from the shadows like a memory gone wrong. Leather cloak, cracked hat, eyes like glass, empty but burning. They called him the deranged adventurer. He swung that massive club like he hadn't stopped swinging it for years. I dodged, waited, let him wear himself out. Then I cut him, deep. He dropped, and the room exhaled. The wall ahead crumbled, revealing a new path. Whatever he once was, he guarded that gate well. But now it's mine to pass. It waited on a pedestal, gold-trimmed, humming softly. No traps, no tricks, just a reward. I moved on. The floor ended in a dark mouth, another hole in the earth. They call it the infested dungeon. Everything down there breathes wrong. Fungus crawls over stone like it's eating it alive. Mushrooms pulse and twitch. The air itself feels wet. Poison waits in every crack. The place is rotting, and somehow still growing. New floor, new rules. Let's see if I can break them. Barely 2 steps into the infested halls, and they were on me. 2 rotted things, skin blooming with fungus. They dashed. I slipped between them. 1 swing, 1 kick. They tumbled into the pit behind me, swallowed by the dark. I pushed deeper. The walls bled mold. The floor groaned under my boots like it resented the weight. Around one tight corner, a chest waited, just out of reach. I hit it, and it screamed. Teeth unfolded from the wood. A mimic, clever bastard. As it lunged, something else slithered up, an infested slime. It burst on death, coughing out a cloud of poison that stung my throat and blurred the room. I kept moving, through a twisted gate of broken iron bars. More slimes came. They died slower than I liked. The traps came next. Spikes from the floor, perfectly timed. I passed them, barely. The next room gave me a locked chest, but I had the key. Inside, an apple, fresh and bright like it didn't belong here. 1 bite, and for the first time in hours, I felt whole again. I doubled back through the broken bars and took the other path, because down here, every road wants to be the wrong one. More slimes waited. I killed them, but their poison lingered. I breathed it in, burned like guilt in the lungs. One of them was different, spitting poison, like it had something to prove. I didn't argue, just knocked it into a spike trap and let the dungeon do the rest. Another drop, another floor. 2 more slimes tried to ambush me at the landing. They died before they could finish the thought. Then the hallway turned sharp, lined with flying axes that launched toward me like they knew my name. I shattered them one by one, iron on iron. My breath stayed calm. My blade didn't miss. Just as I started to move, a ball of poison dropped from the ceiling. No sound, no warning. I slipped left, felt it hiss past me. A second slower, and I'd be coughing blood. This floor's alive. It doesn't want to kill you fast. It wants to see what you do when you're bleeding, tired, and still walking. The next chest offered something rare. Meat, still warm, still real. I ate it without asking questions. My wounds tightened, my head cleared. I moved on. That's when the mushrooms came, not the harmless kind. They spat orbs of poison from a distance, lazy but lethal. Took me a moment, but I saw the trick. If I strike the poison just right, it fires back. Hit, return, dead fungus. The dungeon rewards the observant, or punishes the slow. Then came the bridge, narrow, wooden, stretched across nothing. In the center, a relic pulsed on a pedestal, glowing like it knew I'd want it. 2 massive axes swung on chains in perfect rhythm, guarding it like ancient guardians that never sleep. I waited, counted the tempo, then dashed through. The relic flared when I touched it. Now, my strikes hit harder. Every swing carries more weight, like the dungeon itself is leaning into my blade. reached the gate, massive, carved, ancient. It opened, like it had been waiting for me. I stepped into the dark,